Hayden, we're here at the home of Redcar Town, a place that's got a lot of special memories for you, I'm sure. Can you just talk through kind of your earliest memories of this place and playing for this club?
Yeah, it's good to be back, and my earliest memories was probably playing just behind you now. All the tournaments we used to do as we were like 6 or 7, with all the teams from around this area. Yeah, and winning a few of them. Yeah, it was good.
And of course, you came from this area yourself as well, from Redcar. What are your kind of earliest memories of being a young boy and being around this place?
Yeah, my earliest memories is probably just kicking a ball on that field behind you with my dad. And then yeah, I joined this team, then still mates with everyone now. Yeah, just enjoying football with my friends.
And was football something that ran in your family at all, or was it something that you picked up yourself quite naturally?
It wasn't really ran in my family at all. My dad used to play five-a-side just for a laugh. But yeah, he just brought me out on the field and I really enjoyed it, so he stuck with it. Put the hours in with me, to be fair, so I thank him for that.
And this Friday is TJFA Day at the Riverside. We're inviting all the TJFA teams to come along. You obviously played in that competition yourself as a young boy. What are your memories of doing that, and how beneficial would you say that was to have that early taste of league football?
Yeah, it was good, especially them tournaments, them all-day tournaments where you would start in the morning, then all the finals would be on the afternoon. So yeah, they were the best days, all days. But yeah, if you could win at the end, it would be a really good day.
And I guess what you did there would give yourself a platform for what came after that when you got scouted by Middlesbrough and got the chance to go to Boro. What are your sort of reflections of that? Can you remember when you got scouted and what that was like for you and the family?
I can't remember exactly what game it was, but it was Martin Carter who scouted me. I've probably been one of them tournaments that I was playing in. Competitive games as well. Yeah, and go and show them what you can do.
And knowing that you've competed in that and you've come from this area as well, do you almost feel that little bit of extra responsibility to inspire the next generation from this sort of area?
Yeah, hopefully. Like I said, I think at that age you just need to go out and enjoy it, and then yeah, see what happens from there.
And then when you got that move to Boro, I think it was under 10s level, was it, when you got there? What are your earliest memories of going to training and being part of that group?
Yeah, so I think at that time it was always after school. So mum and dad would drive me down with a few other lads from Redcar as well. Yeah, and just training on a night on the AstroTurf normally. But yeah, enjoying it really.
And was it always the massive dream for you to go and do what you've done now, to go through the whole ranks and get into the first team? How early was it that was a big goal of yours?
No, yeah, that was definitely since a young age. I wanted to do that, definitely. But it's a long way away from that at that age especially. So it was just about enjoying it and seeing what I could do really.
And I'm sure you'll know so many people who you were alongside on that journey from under 10s all the way through the age groups at Boro. What do you think it was that made you stand out above a lot of them, because a lot of them won't have made it ultimately into professional football? What did you do more, would you say, to get that break?
Probably just never give up. A few times where you maybe doubt like the opportunity will come, and then you got to be ready for them times, because maybe it will come when you're not expecting it to come, and being ready enough to take that chance, because you may only get one.
Is that the sort of advice that you give to almost like a 12-year-old Hayden Hackney right now, just to follow your dream?
Yeah, definitely. Like I just said there, be ready at all times, because you never know when the chance will come, and you've got to be ready to take that.
And obviously a long journey through the academy at Boro, a world-renowned academy in many ways for the amount of players that it's brought through. What are your sort of reflections on that time through the academy and the kind of tutelage that you had over those years? Yeah,
the memories are good. I think we won the National Cup when we were under, under 14s, under 15s, I think. But yeah, obviously all the lads, so you play against them in the TJFA and then you all join together. So I already knew a few lads there. It was good, yeah, I enjoyed it.
And then of course, part of that progression, you came up with first team training for the first time. Can you remember that day, what it was like for you, the nerves that you might have felt going into that first team environment?
Yeah, it was. I was nervous, to be honest. Yeah, I was really, really young. But yeah, like I said, there was a lot of people in the change room who like sort of comforted me nice and early. So thank you to them, and yeah, just seeing what you could do at that level.
And after that training sort of period, you got your first chance in the first team. I think your debut was against Brentford. What are your sort of memories of that day in particular?
Yeah, that was under Warnock. Obviously the day before he's put out of the team, and I was in it, and I was very shocked, to be honest. But yeah, just going down there, that was probably the first time I travelled with the first team as well. Getting to know what they all do, like pre-match, like before the games, the night before. So that was a really valuable experience for me.
And a bit of a quiz question, there was 2 future teammates in the Brentford team that day. Can you name both of them?
I know Alex Gilbert was definitely in it, and the other one, Marcus Force, was it?
Correct,
Did he play?
Yeah, he played.
Because I knew he was there at the time, but I don't know if he started or not, yeah.
It's a bit of a small world that you've both, like all 3 of you have ended up being Boro teammates. The fact that's only just over 4 years ago, is that almost a surprising thing for you, that so much has happened in that last 4 years? It must feel like longer than 4 years.
Yeah, definitely. It feels a lot longer than 4 years, yeah. I think it was actually against Gilbert the whole game, because I think he was playing in the midfield 3. So yeah, that's weird. I didn't know that.
And obviously after that game, it didn't all go your own way. You had to find your own sort of path into the first team. You had the loan spell at Scunthorpe as well, which didn't all go exactly to plan, I guess. What are your sort of, how much would you say you learned from that time at Scunthorpe?
Yeah, a lot. Probably didn't think it at the time, but now, probably looking back, makes you appreciate everything you've got here. The facilities we've got are just unbelievable. And just little things like the chefs, everything. Yeah, probably just say I'm grateful now. Having experienced that, very grateful, yeah.
And difficult moments, I guess, on the pitch in that time as well, which must have taught you a lot about how important football is at the different levels of the pyramid as well. It must give you a different perspective on the game. Yeah,
it was the first time I'd probably gone into men's football where results mattered, and we were struggling for those at the time, so it was definitely a learning curve, and I've learned a lot from it, yeah.
And then when you came back, you battled your way into the first team picture. Is it fair to say that things started to change around the time that Michael came in as head coach? How important would you say that time was for you?
Yeah, I think it was 2 or 3 games before Leeds said that I was playing, and Leo put me in, which I thank them both very much for giving me the opportunity to do that. Very grateful for that. But yeah, when the gaffer came in, yeah, I think it was the first game he started me against Preston, and so I just kicked on from there, really.
How much would you say you've learned from him in particular, given the fact that you're playing similar positions, given the fact that he had such a great playing career himself as well? How much would you say you've learned from Michael?
Yeah, loads. Just, yeah, a lot of things you probably wouldn't think are big, but when you're in the game, helps you so much. Yeah, it's perfect for me really, because he was a midfielder. Just to get little pointers and tips out during the game and during training especially.
And that period must have been a great time for you to get involved with the team as well, because it was a bit of almost a whirlwind few months, going from battling relegation to getting into the playoffs and almost getting into the Premier League. What was that time like for you on a personal level? It must have been a bit of a surreal thing to be involved in.
Yeah, it was unreal, if I'm being honest. Obviously for me personally, starting a lot of the games back to back, and then the team we were in was just, everything was just going for us at that point, with some great players, attacking wise and defensively as well. So yeah, probably looking back now, you think, yeah, it was a good time, that, yeah.
Your time in the academy will have sort of laid the foundations for everything that you went on to achieve, but I guess you need that chance, don't you? You need to take that chance when you get it. So you must have been delighted with the way that you did that in that season.
Yeah, I was delighted. Probably, like I said there, at the time you don't realise that like you're in it because you're just going on to the next game. But looking back, yeah, I'm so happy that I took that chance. And maybe if I didn't, then I don't know if another one would have come. So yeah, I'm happy.
And as you would expect in football, there's been ups and downs along the way for probably yourself personally and for the club itself over the last 3 or 4 years. But coming from the area, does it almost mean that little bit more to you? Do you feel it that little bit more when times are good and bad, would you say?
Yeah, I think everyone wants to win. I'm not saying that, but I think when we do win, I think especially the local lads do really enjoy it a little bit more. I think that's just normal from like watching the games and going there to the Riverside, watching the teams over the years. I think we do, yeah, like winning a little bit more there, especially there, yeah.
How important is it for you though to find that balance as well when you go away from the training ground, to be able to switch off and almost reset ahead of the next day's training? It must be a little bit more difficult when you're kind of in the hub of Teesside.
Yeah, because all my family support Middlesbrough as well, so they're always on about, it's always football. But yeah, I think I can switch off, which is good, and I need to do that.
And one of the things that we've spoken about quite a few times in the past is the times that you've worn the captain's armband as well, and how much that means to you. Can you give a bit of an insight into what that means, not just for you but for your family as well, and how much they've kind of relished that when you've had that armband?
Yeah, I think because I'm in it, I'm not really, like I say, like I'll look back at it and think, yeah, that was such a good moment. But yeah, like you say, my family, mum and dad absolutely love it, and especially my granddad. Granddad absolutely loves it every time I'm captain, because when he watches the games, he sees me walk out first. So yeah, it means a lot.
I guess when you look up and see them in the crowd as well, does that give you that bit more motivation to see that your family's all behind you and they're all sort of rooting for you like that?
Yeah, definitely. Like I say, they go to a lot of the games they can get to, so it's nice, yeah.
You've achieved a lot in your time in the first team. I guess there's still big targets to come. Do you feel sort of well set for these last 4 games of the season and trying to give it your all to get in those playoffs?
Yeah, I think we've been through a lot this season, going on win streaks, maybe not going as well as we wanted it to. So yeah, I think we're definitely ready, and like I said, just give it everything for these last 4 games.
Excellent. And just any message for the fans, because they've travelled up and down the country all season to back you. They've given you great support home and away. What would you like to say to them for what they've given you this season?
Yeah, thank you for the support, especially on Saturday, because a lot of them travelled down. Shame we couldn't get the result for them, but more of the same, please. Yeah, keep supporting.